Hey guys, gr0bbs here again. Just wanted to update you guys on the Poison BV for 3.13, just because a lot of questions have been asked about the state of Assassin after the nerfs. Um, Once again, just want to thank everyone for watching all the videos I've made and for following the build. It's been pretty cool to see how many people have enjoyed it, and I don't really want that to stop, so I'll keep updating it and keep helping you guys learn to play it. I just want to say sorry for the mic quality. This is all I have to use now. I don't have my big mic anymore because I haven't been making much content. But let's get into it for 3.13. So the tree hasn't changed at all. I have updated all the leveling sections and the cheaper and then the more expensive setups. So I'm kind of just going to go over what I would do if I was a new player trying to follow this build. So obviously, straight away, you start at the level 30 tree, guys. Follow it as you will. Some of the nodes will change. So what you've got to realize is I've tried to make it as cheap as possible for respecking, but at the same time, I have put in nodes that you will eventually drop. For example, if you go through the tree a bit further, you'll see you drop everything in the middle here, as opposed to grabbing a lot in the middle. But that's just how it has to be for you to have a pretty smooth play style. So you grab the level 30 tree, you follow that out, and then you'd move on to the 50, 70, so on and so forth. This tree right here is kind of an end game, like solo self-found setup because it's not got like all the clusters and stuff like that. So if you are going to play this in SSF, I wouldn't play it in SSF hardcore, but if you're going to play this SSF and you're aiming for a kind of end game-ish without having to worry about clusters, this is the sort of setup I would look for. So I have put it in there. It's also the tree you can plan for if you don't have much money or you're not very good at making money and you need something you can play that's not expensive, because this tree kind of accommodates for the lack of cluster jewels and stuff like that. Moving on, once you have a bit more money, you can convert into a single cluster setup like this, which we've dropped some points in the middle, but these well and truly make up for what we drop in life and damage. So this is the next stage I would aim for. Um, I would personally prioritize, while I'm leveling and making some money, I would try prioritize getting one or two of the cluster jewels, the large and the mediums, so that I don't have to go all the way to this tree. But that's just me. I have played this game a bit more. I do have a bit more experience. So if you're not wanting to do that and take the risk, just follow this tree first and then move on to the cluster. Progressing further, which is closer to our end game setup, we start removing everything out of the middle here. And we really do want dual cluster setup, uh, which is just too strong to not have. You end up with more life than grabbing all the life down here, more duration, even though we've dropped the duration, and significantly more damage. So try aim for that. And then this is our end game tree, which just adds a few points here. Now, someone pointed out on my Discord to me that there are a few nodes you can play with, like grabbing Entropy instead of Will of Blades and other ones that change your damage. And for them, it was more for their gear than it was for me. This is because of how your gearing will work. Everyone's going to have different gear because there are some rare pieces. It depends on your crit chance and your crit multi and stuff like that. You're just going to have to PoB the last few points. But this is a good baseline. You can start with this. You're going to one hit everything in the game anyway if you get to this point with this much in cluster jewels and gear and whatnot. So let's move on to how much we're affected with the nerfs. So we have gone. So this isn't my exact character. This is gear that I have achieved similar levels of about 5 or 6 leagues in a row without spending ridiculous amounts of currency. This is an expensive setup. By no means this is cheap, but it's not mirror worthy. So this is achievable for anyone that plays this build for a while into the league. This is achievable. This was sitting at 39 million DPS pre-nerf. It is now at 32.6. So yeah, if you look at the numbers, it's like, wow, we've lost 20% or whatever the number is, 20 something percent of our damage. But you're still doing 30 million DPS. You're still going to kill stuff so fast that it doesn't really matter. So yes, we are nerfed. No, it's not going to make a difference. I don't think anyone's going to be able to tell a difference. If you get to this point in gear, it's not going to matter. Movement speed, we actually lost a lot of movement speed, but because of the elusiveness effect, elusive effectiveness, sorry, we actually mitigate a lot of that. So we lost 13% movement speed. The other thing we got to remember is, though, we use whirling blades more than we run. So you're not actually going to notice the drop in pace, in my opinion. We're not changing where we grab, what we grab. We didn't lose anything regarding that. Sorry about the Facebook alerts. One nice thing is elusive always on crit and the extra elusive effect. We always had elusive anyway because we crit heaps, but now it's always. So there's not going to be any downtime. Other than that, guys, enjoy the build. I'm going to league start it. If you want to follow the YouTube, click subscribe. Come follow the Twitch. Come over, watch, ask any questions you have. The Discord's pumping as well if you have any questions in there. I'll be playing it the whole league start. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Fun build. Appreciate you guys playing it. Appreciate you guys watching. Rob's out.